Hello everybody and welcome back to our second finals game of the day. We have the men's championship game here at the HLC beginning in a few moments. We have the hometown Brandon University Bobcats playing against the visiting CMU Blazers. Both teams got here after victories yesterday against the third and fourth seeds. Brandon comes in as the top seed with a record of 10 wins, 2 losses in the regular season, and then dismantling the Providence Pilots yesterday. CMU Blazers come in as the number 2 seed and are in the championship game after beating the St. Boniface Les Rouges yesterday as well. Both teams come in with a very impressive record, and the only thing that separates them is one draw, one tie. CMU come in with 9 wins, 2 losses, and 1 tie. So 1 game off between these two teams. And that makes for a fantastic game today. We saw the women's team down the Providence Pilots 3-0 and take home the championship trophy.
MCAC Men's Championship Final Game featuring the CMU Blazers and your Brandon University Bobcats. Here's today's starting lineup for the CMU Blazers. Number 5, Pavlo Fisic. Number 9, Ismail Karim. Number 10, Romaine Francis. Number 11, Tristan Holfeld. Number 12, Amos Rukundo. Number 13, John Paul Murhabazi. Number 15, Ethan Bork. Number 16, Mohamed Kamis. Number 17, Nicholas Paveo. Number 19, Teo Oshadi. And number 25, Nicholas Peterson. Time now for the starting lineup for your Brandon University Bobcats. Number 1, Matheus Souza. Number 2, Bryson Haywood. Number 3, Lucas Weiss. Number 6, Kevin Garcia. Number 8, Zachary Lamb. Number 9, TJ Bodinarin. Number 10, Camilo Rodriguez. Number 14, Victor Lamb. Number 15, Declan Hode. Number 19, Matthias Ruffini. And number 21, Nathan Chubati. Before we start, BU would like to acknowledge the lands that we are on.
Traditional homelands of the Dakota, Anishinaabeg, Oji-Cree, Cree, Dene, and Métis people. Long before there was a Bobcat Nation, before all these buildings we go in and out of were ever here, before treaties were signed, and this became Treaty 2 land. This was the home of many tribes that survived off this land.
And Inuit, the plants, animals, and people who share their history, traditions on the planet.
We'll ask at this time if you're able to do so, please rise. Remove any headwear for the playing of our national anthem.
right, we have captains coming to midfield here, and we'll have the coin toss momentarily as we get things underway for our second championship game of the day between the Bobcats and the Blazers here at the Healthy Living Center. Teams are playing for the MCAC championship today, but it doesn't stop there. They're playing to represent Manitoba at the national championships, which will be held in St. Lambert, Quebec in just a few weeks. So it looks like the coin flip has happened. Teams are going to get their final cheer in before the game starts in just a few moments. Referees are going to go check the nets, make sure everything looks good before the opening whistle starts us off. Again, both teams coming in with very impressive records. The only thing that separates them is one draw, one tie in the season. 10 wins, 2 losses for the Bobcats, and 9 wins, 2 losses, 1 tie, 1 draw for the Blazers. Blazers were able to beat out the St. Boniface Les Rouges yesterday to get here and book their spot in the finals. Bobcats were able to dismantle the Providence Pilots and book their ticket to the championship game. Here they come onto the field after their cheers. The crowd here at the HLC is the biggest it's been all year, and for good reason. Championship Day kickoff for the men's soccer team is about to happen here. These two teams have met 3 times in the regular season, with the Bobcats taking 2 of those wins and the Blazers taking 1 win. Both teams were able to secure their wins at home. So 2 games here at the HLC went over to the Bobcats, and the 1 game over at the CMU complex went the way of the Blazers. Waiting on the referee's whistle to get things kicked off. And here we go. CMU will start things off here. At the HLC, we have an exciting game ahead. Both teams prefer a nice, calm, cool, collected passing style of play, but aren't afraid to change things up if need be. Souza comes out and grabs his first touch on the ball and passes it out to Garcia on the far side. Garcia still maintains possession here and gives it over to Camillo. Trying to split the defense there to find Boderin, and now the Blazers have possession of their own. They're going to look to chip it up, but Luis has other plans for the Bobcats. Rafinha now displaced there by Francis. Boderin able to muscle his way into the middle. Camillo caused a bit of havoc up top as well. Bobcats win a throw in on the near side. Ball into Rafinha. Bobcats showing a bit of eagerness off the bat, trying to get to the loose ball first. Ball gets kicked out to about half before being put back in by Weiss here. Camus is going to be the lone striker up top for the Blazers. He's going to try as much as he can to cause them a bit of grief, get their heart rates up, get them thinking. Here comes Peterson. The kick that's not quite as high and as far as he wanted. Camillo able to get that ball up and over a shot. Blazers now looking for the fast break. And here they come. There's Camus doing his best to try and get around Victor Lamb, but is unable to do so and has to be tackled there to the ground. Is slow to get up. Again, both teams like to play through the middle of the field, like to play that quick passing style. And so we'll see which team can kind of maintain possession and clog up the midfield with their respective teammates. Again, these teams have met each other 3 times throughout the regular season, gotten to know their strengths and weaknesses, but just as we say that, we do have an offside flag come up here after a close call for the Blazers early on. Souza's going to be looking to boot this down the field. Wind's going across the field right now. It's a north-facing wind. Camilo springs Garcia on the break. He's got the ball in the air, so he's going to have to do his best job to bring it down. The Blazers have a bit of a miscue. Good save there by Peterson. That's going to be whistled down anyway for a handball on Garcia. So both teams going back and forth here with opportunities inside the 18-yard box. Blazers played out quick to the far side. Bobcats looking to play that high pressure, so they're pressuring the Blazers all over the field, not just looking for a certain area. Here's Camilo now on the fast break over top. And that's exactly what that high pressure can give you, is a turnover, and then you turn that right onto goal. So the Blazers might have to deal with that as the game progresses, but one of the ways that can be negated is just playing over the top, playing the high boot, high kicks instead of those short passes, so that pressure can be more or less skipped over. Luis does a good job of getting up in the air to head that out for a Blazer throw-in. Blazers throwing inside their own half. Over the top finds the back of Camus, who was hoping that would bounce over top of the defenders, and instead knocks it out. Good throw in there by Weiss, has the ball come all the way back after Shode heads it back into Bobcat territory. Weiss now down the line looking for Ruffini. Met in the air there by Murzabahi. Looks like it'll be a Blazer throw in here. Morhabazi now with a big throw down the line, tries to find Camus. Deflected out there by Victor Lamb. Morhabazi wearing that captain's armband. He's going to be the leader of the team on the field. Able to talk to the ref, discuss any potential discrepancies, and there's Victor Lamb trying to fight off that menace up at the top for the Blazers. Camus doing his job well, staying with those final defenders, trying to pressure them into a turnover or a mistake, but also being an outlet for the Blazers to try and target if they need to go for the long ball over top. Bobcats looking to build up now. They've been slow and methodical with their build up over the weekend here, and not afraid to find a target down the field, but definitely looking for that pass in the middle to one of the defensive midfield players to try and build up further down the field, maybe build up a bit of their offense. There's a good target there, and Ruffini's got to turn and lay it off quick. Bodrin with a good touch. He's going to have to play it up to Camilo, who does, and offside flag does come up anyway. Peterson able to handle that with confidence there. In the feet, Zach Lamb unable to get it out of the feet, and now the Blazers are off to the races. Good defense there by the Bobcats to put this back into the middle of the field. Poor touch there by Hode has got Karim off to the races. Ball comes out to the side for Francis. He might fancy a shot, does so, and goes across goal. After a deflection, it's going to be a Blazer throw-in. Both teams looking to, again, use that central area of the field to try and build up and target their teammates for An outlet pass. Teams like to use some of their forwards to also pass over the top, do the long ball. Could be a last resort to skip over any pressure that the opposition might be putting on them as well. So we'll see which team is able to find their players. Ball tipped out there by the Bobcats, so this will be a Blazer throw-in. Both teams, again, utilizing their central defenders as targets when building up from the back. So both the Bobcats and Blazers will have to look to defend that and stop any attempts at build-up. There's Camus now, winning his team a corner kick. So Francis will go over and take that for the Blazers. The wind is still blowing from the south over to the north. So across the field, Francis is going to have to battle the wind with this corner kick right now. Good curling corner kick, and that's a high kick right into the face of Zach Lamb. Referee blows it down for a whistle. Surely I'd imagine a card would come out, as that's a kick to the face, regardless of if the player was not trying to or not. No yellow card given, so the referee indicates that it was maybe incidental. So we'll have Souza over top of this ball. I imagine they might try their build up again, so this might be a short pass. No, he decides to go down into Blazer territory. And here come the Bobcats. Thwarted though pretty easily by the Blazers there, and Camus now has it at his feet. Back heel can't be kept in, so this will be a Bobcat throw. Throw down the line over top of the head of Morhabazi. Jabati able to play this. No offside flag up, so Camillo continues, tries to get a cross in, low cross, as Boderin was rushing over to get a touch on that, but cleared off. And out of danger. Ruffini with the ball in. Here's the cross attempt, thwarted there by the Blazers. Defensively, they're pretty sound thus far after a couple cross attempts. Throw in here for the Bobcats, has the ball go all the way back to Souza, which forces everybody up the field and stretches out the passing lanes. Makes it a bit easier to target when you're in midfield, which the Bobcats are looking to do here. Going over the top is never a bad idea, especially if you can get a throw in further in the opposition territory. Ball thrown down the line there, and it's a one bounce and then out of play. So both teams are looking to build up, looking to play a methodical game here, but again, both teams, having played 12 games in the regular season, are more than equipped to adjust their play style if need be. And although they might be playing one style, doesn't mean they can't attempt something new throughout the game. Ball gets played all the way back to Fesick. Fesick plays it out wide. Down the line, but a turnover there. Garcia tripped up by Karim. Karim pleading that it was not him. Victor Lamb now had a couple fantastic free kicks yesterday to open the scoring and then extend the lead from about this distance. Beautiful curling ball. Unable to really be cleared as far as they need to, and Ruffini and Francis are able to battle for this one. Ruffini being just a little too physical for the ref's liking, so this will come back for a free kick. So we have Rakundo now to Morabazi. Morabazi with a poor first touch, but Ruffini has to play that wide anyway. Just waiting on a new ball to come over here, and Ruffini and the ref just having words, and the referee indicating play the game. Here's the Bobcat throw in here. Camus has decided to play a bit higher up, so just preventing some of that back pass opportunity. And now here they come. Pavo plays it out wide, but cleared by Chabadi, headed back in there by Fesic, headed back in again by Bork. CMU coming out on top in the aerial battles. Referee allows play to continue. And a miscue there by Bobcats, has Holyfield with it. Over to Pavo. Pavo tries to spring Camus but can't quite get there. Poor clearance attempts by the Bobcats allows the Blazers to continue their push. And a wayward shot there by Holfeld, has the ball 20 or 30 yards outside. Sirens are ringing around the HLC right now as emergency services are driving to an emergency. Victor Lamb now with it, back over to Souza. Souza and the defensive line are going to be working around Camus and his attempts at trying to stifle their back and forth passes. Here's Hode now, looking to chip it up to Bodenrin and can't quite find him. Garcia out to Hode. Hode up to Bodenrin, but just can't crack the CMU defensive line there, and that's cleared away. Chabadi cleared over to Camus, and a foul is given there after Chabadi holds him as he whistles by. Bit of space for the Blazers now, and they're going to use it. Wasted opportunity by the Blazers, have them turn it over. Bodenrin now is going to have to turn and play it up to his teammate Camillo. But that is lost out, and that'll be a Blazer throw-in. Bork now to take this. Over the top, and Victor Lamb's going to have to boot this as far as he can. Keeps it in play, and that's important for the Bobcats, as that has them push up forward and eventually get a throw in here. So Bobcats will throw this in deep in Blazer territory. Can they get another opportunity on net? Weiss now with an opportunity to cross this in, has to do so quick. Does Zach Lamb with a good attempt on net, just couldn't get that deflection on net. But could be a bit of a spark. Both teams are happy to play in their system and trust the process, as they've been able to do all season and gotten them to this point. Deflection there, has the ball dropped to Camus up top. He trips over his own feet, says the ref, and now play resumes. This will be a Bobcat throw-in despite the appeals from Ruffini. Good header, gets it beyond the initial defender there, and ball bounces way out of play. Weiss now with the throw-in in his own half. Finds Haywood. Haywood with a good deflection out of Camillo. Brings it down. Ruffini plays it into Zach Lamb. Weiss now has to play back, and he's pressured by Francis, who plays it across. Good cross-field switch. Has Zach Lamb running after. He's going to have to play it quickly. Does so. Bodenren is coming from an offside position, though, and good attempt there. Good build-up from Bobcats. Has them with an attempt on goal, had that not been offside. Peterson now. For the Blazers, looking to put this up the field, does so. A spinning ball ends up going out anyway, so this will be a Bobcat throw. Big throw, looks like an incorrect throw though. So this will be a Blazer throw in. Scoreless game so far as we enter the 20th minute here of play, as both teams look for a bit of possession, as nobody's really been able to keep it for too long. Both teams preferring that methodical passing style. Bobcats prefer a build up from the back. Blazers prefer that middle central control of the field. Blazers have been able to dominate the aerial battles, which will be key if Bobcats decide to play the long ball. Bobcats able to move up the field slowly with several throw-ins here. Camillo trying to work around the defender, does so. Now he's on his right foot, tripped up, and that'll be a penalty inside the 18-yard box. That'll be a card as well for the defender, and that looks to be a yellow card after tripping up Camillo Rodriguez. Just waiting to see the player. Looks like it might have been Bork there who committed the foul on Camillo, so he'll be on a yellow card. 2 yellow cards, of course, transforms magically into a red card, and that means you are sent off and away from the field, and then your team will be down 1 player. So a game-long penalty. And that would be devastating in this championship game here at the HLC, with a spot up for grabs at the Nationals. Camillo with a tight angle, good deflection there. Here's the shot attempt back in. Back and forth goes the ball, and here's Camillo with it again, looking to maybe make a move around. Never really tested the goalie on that attempt. So Bobcats come out with a goal scoring opportunity after what looked to be a penalty kick, but ended up just being out just outside of the 18-yard box. Peterson with a good goal kick out to about half, and the Blazers come down with it. A couple 50-50 balls as the ball falls to Karim's foot for the Blazers. He's looking to make his way out down the far side. Does so and finds a bit of space. Too bad he's going to have to battle with him for it. Goal kick is the result. Souza able to bring this ball up. Souza being a cornerstone in the build-up of the Bobcats, being able to play obviously with the ball in his hands if need be as a goalkeeper, but also at his feet, an excellent soccer player with his hands and feet. Haywood now is going to have to look to stop and turn and just give some possession to the Bobcats. They're looking to slow things down a bit and break down the opposition. As soon as it enters the middle of the field, though, that's where the Blazers are able to clog it up. That's when it becomes difficult. But here comes Camilo Rodriguez after a beautiful pass from Ruffini is cleared away there by the ready and willing Vesic. This will be a throw-in for the Bobcats. Wasn't sure if it was a throw-in or a corner kick. Odenrin now just inside the 18-yard box. Can't quite get it back to Ruffini. Now the Blazers are off. Are they going to spark a counter-attack? Victor Lamb does a good job of just boxing out Camus. Good job by the Bobcats clearing that, although it wasn't quite as accurate as they needed it to be. Blazers are looking to pile on the pressure here. Moribazi throwing this in. Big throw over top of all of the defenders of the Bobcats there with one bounce. Francis there with a follow-through kick onto Victor Lamb, and so that'll be a foul. Victor Lamb with the kick. Doesn't have the height it usually does, and now the Blazers will be able to control that and put that back into play. Chabati not falling for the feign body fake of Camus. Playing down the line is Luis and Francis. Odenrin now able to jump on this. Heads it past the Blazer line, and he's able to run back on it and win his team a throw-in. Here comes Ruffini now. Bumped off the ball. Luis able to win a free kick for his team, which will no doubt be put into the 18-yard box. So we'll have quite a few Blazers drop down to defend this. Camus, the lone striker for the Blazers, while the Bobcats will be looking to move around and get under this one. Finds the chest of a CMU Blazer, and that is going to be whistled down after Fesic takes that ball into the stomach. It looks like it just might have knocked the wind out of him. Also have a Bobcat down there as Ruffini is holding his back. Able to get up. Hopefully he's just winded. Ball did hit him, but looked to be right in the chest, maybe diaphragm, stomach area. Might have caught him off guard. Again, another beautiful day here at the Healthy Living Center. A bit of wind coming across the field, but other than that, partly cloudy skies and optimal weather here. Here's Haywood now for the Bobcats. Brings it out wide to Camilo. Camilo looks to chip this over the top for Bodenrin, and that's met in the air by Peterson for the Blazers. Good goalkeeping there. Another chip in by Garcia has the ball cleared away. Chabati with a subpar pass there and gives the ball over to Camus. Camus and Hode now battling it out foul given to the Bobcats. Ball will be just inside the Blazer half, I believe, for this free kick. Again, you can see in a moment how many players have dropped to the 18-yard box. These players are about to play a ball that can be put into there, the 18-yard box, from about half. The distance that these players can target and kick the ball is remarkable. Referee just discussing with the coach what the expectations are for the game and how much conversation and back and forth they're able to have. If the referee indicates any disrespect or inappropriate behavior, he'll make sure to show a yellow card to the appropriate players and the coach. We saw in the women's game that although the head coach is able to move up and down the field, the assistant coaches are not. They're required to stay near the bench. So here comes Victor Lamb to take this. Both teams dropping very low into the box to try and receive this. Bodenrin head up. Raffini with a volley attempt that never sank down and ended up floating over top of the crossbar. Peterson now for the Blazers, taking the goal kick. Low clearance doesn't quite get to where it needs to be, and it was played back in, but Bobcats commit an offside infraction, and that'll gift the Blazers a way out of their own half. High towering kick has a bit of backspin, so that'll stay up in the air just a little bit. And Kundo will have to rush back to get to this. Bodenrin is off to the races there, and he's not going to be able to keep it in. Good hustle there by Bodenrin, and he's going to start forcing that CMU backline to think and have that thought in the back of their head that he is running after them at all times. Big throw here by Murabazi, has it headed down. There's a push on the back by Karim. That means Victor Lamb, the free kick taker for the Bobcats. That's going to be standing over this, no doubt looking to curl this into the 18-yard box. Won't be a shot here, I can't imagine. But he will be looking for maybe a specific teammate that he wants to put this ball, land this ball on, or just an area. Oh, it could be a shot attempt. Ooh, good hands there by Peterson as that was curling inside that near post. And the throw from Peterson is just a little too far, a little too much pace on that for Murabazi to run onto, and now Haywood's going to have to settle things down. Bobcats looking to bring things back, stretch out the opposition a bit to open up the passing lanes. Bobcats again looking for that 1-2 pass. CMU have been triggered to pressure the ball. Now the ball gets cleared all the way down, and maybe a turnover here for the Bobcats as Camilo almost was able to turn the defender. Here he is with another attempt, just wide. As the CMU Blazers spark the counterattack, but then have to defend it on the other end from one clearance. Peterson now brings it to about half. Ball's kept up in the air for quite some time in the middle of the field there, and Bobcats doing a better job of getting their head on it first. But the Blazers bring it down into Bobcat territory. Karim with the throw. Camus now is able to turn after a lucky bounce. And nothing's able to come of that. It's back and forth here between these two teams. Zach Lamb now has it at his feet. He's going to have to lay it off for Hode. Hode's going to boot it up. And Camilo's going to have to do his work. 1v4. Referee says that's a push in the back, so a foul now given. So this will be a free kick for the Blazers inside their own half, but everybody anticipates a long ball, but ends up being short. So the Blazers fancying a build-up here. Looking for that one move, one line pass, and then a long ball. Good deflection there by Ruffini. Has the Blazers pick up the ball there. Garcia is able to muscle the Blazers off the ball and can't quite find his target. Camilo now is trying to exploit the mistake from we have a little back and forth there between Rakundo and Camilo Rodriguez. Referee shows the yellow to both players, saying enough is enough, and any more you're going to be sent off and putting a pretty big crutch on your team. So some discipline now from both players is going to be pretty important to not put their team behind. Zach Lamb and Karim going back and forth. Murabazi now looking to win his team the ball. He does, and now the Blazers looking to play down the line. Here comes Murabazi playing it and finding Kamis. Kamis dealt with though by Victor Lamb. Murabazi deciding to play it back. Shode has to play it high and far. Back and forth inside Bobcat territory. Referee says play on. Miller decides to go for goal, maybe catching the goalkeeper off of his line a little too far. We saw in the first championship game here between the women's teams, the Bobcats and the Providence Pilots. Foster, the goalkeeper for the Pilots, played off of her line for most of the game there, trying to be a last defender. So a tactic that a team may employ. Francis now on a yellow card after kicking the ball away as an extra act. Bobcats now have a card advantage, although it doesn't really mean too much. There are a couple of players on one yellow. Two yellow again means a red, and that means you're out of the game, and your team is down one person for the remainder of the game. Francis. Mix up in the middle, has Zach Lamb come out with it. He's going to be off to the races, but tripped up. Here come the Blazers now. Maybe fancying a shot from distance. No, decides to chip it up, and Camus comes down with it. Holfeld looking to chip it over, and that's cleared out by Victor Lamb. Here's Murabazi now with it. Karim looking to bounce that over top. Does so, and Kamis is able to use the sideline, puts it across goal. Francis unable to get a touch on it. And now an attempt for the Blazers. That's a couple close calls for both teams here as we enter the 39th minute. Only about 7 or 8 minutes remain. Souza playing it out wide. Victor playing it far and high. Blazers able to deal with it so far. Murabazi with a nice touch there. Tries to play it down the line. Can't quite get it there. Weiss now with this throw. Throw into Haywood with a poor first touch. Has the ball come out for the Blazers to pick up on the far side. Intercepted by Hode. And that's going to be a close call for Francis, who was grabbing at the neck there of Hode. Could be a second yellow card. Referee lets it go this time. Again, being on one yellow. Getting that second one is going to be here's Victor Lamb, the free kick taker. Looking to send this somewhere inside that 18-yard box. Both teams doing pretty well in the air. Looking to get a deflection here or clearance. Good free kick, low curling. Comes down after a deflection. Scooped up though by Peterson. He's able to grab it and push the pace of play here. You might try to send it down and have the Blazers do some work of their own, but that succumbed to the wind. Crossfield wind here. Bounce out of play. Blazers are looking to keep the Bobcats down in this half, but this will be a Bobcat throw in here. And you can hear that wind coming across the field. Blazers with a good clearance into Bobcat territory. Camus doing a good job there of challenging Victor Lamb in the air. Here's Oshode. There Camilo Rodriguez and Bork have to go head to head. Weiss doesn't quite get the contact he wanted and gives the Blazers a throw in. Camus able to come out with it. Victor Lamb doing a good job. Haywood coming out with it now, and he's turning quick. Oshode and Zach Lamb go at it, and Zach Lamb able to come out with it. Garcia with a big first touch. Zach Lamb able to move up the field. Boldenrin now has it. He might look to cross or shoot. We'll see. He's running out of real estate though, and gives his team a corner kick. Not the best case scenario in that situation, but definitely something that the Bobcats will look to capitalize on as a corner kick here. Of Haywood set this up and take it. Bobcats have quite a few players outside the 18-yard box who might look to make a run or two in. Both teams looking to definitely win this in the air. Haywood with a good curling kick, and Camilo Rodriguez is the first one to touch it, but he touches it over top of the net. Peterson indicating everybody to push up. Might be a tactic here to skip over some of that pressure the Bobcats have put on. Great goal kick here, but has Zach Lamb head that down. Feeney now over the top to Bodenren. Just couldn't control the pace of that ball, and that goes right into the hands of the goalkeeper. That wind pushing the ball over to this near sideline. Camus now. Fancy footwork, try to get around Haywood, does so and uses his speed to maybe get around Weiss. Does so, and that'll be a foul. Not playing the advantage is moving towards the corner. Doesn't really give your team any advantage. So we'll have the Blazers now set up in a dangerous spot. Souza in net there, just indicating where the ball should be. Again, from this side, it'll be battling the wind. So I imagine this will be a cross, low cross. Good touch there by Chabadi. Able to get that ball out of harm's way for the moment. Blazers looking to get this back in, but Bodenren has something to say about that, and he's going to be fighting off the Blazers as he clears this out to the far sideline. Ball out of play gives the Bobcats a throw in here as we come down to the final minute or two of the half. Good hit there by Shode, and Francis is able to keep it in for the Blazers, but they lose possession now. So here's where the Bobcats are most comfortable, in that build up from the back. This will be a free kick here for Ruffini to pass back to Victor Lamb. This will be again put into the 18-yard area, although it'll be battling some wind now. Weiss is along the side here, trying to distract some of the CMU players. Towering free kick is going to have that up for grabs for anybody, and gets headed out to the side, but not cleared out of danger. Garcia with the poor touch gives the Blazers a throw in. Ball played all the way back to Souza now, and the Bobcats will look to build up, maybe just close out the half. Headed up, and the Bobcats have a bit of a miscommunication there. The Blazers now looking to maybe play a long ball of their own. Finds Weiss, who does a good job of trying to clear that. Karim now on the ball in the corner. Ruffini doing a good job of not committing to too many of the fancy footwork moves on the Blazers. Good job by Victor Lamb heading that away. Urabazi able to head that back in, and Chabadi has to hold his foot so he doesn't give that. Good save by Souza. Has the Bobcats now on the counterattack. If they can get by Shode, they cannot. So they're on the back foot defensively again. Ball put into the 18-yard box, and that's cleared away by Weiss, and now Mohabazi is going to have an opportunity to try something. Camus inside the 18-yard box. Bobcats unable to clear it. They're just not able to get the good contact on the clearance attempts here. And there's a foul given over to the Bobcats, finally relieving the pressure of the Blazers. Comes a free kick from Souza. And There's the halftime whistle as we enter the halftime break in a scoreless game between the Bobcats and the CMU Blazers. Winner takes all for the MCAC Men's Soccer Championship game. We'll be back after the break. Hello everybody and welcome back to our second half action here of the second championship game being held here at the HLC. We have the Brandon University Bobcats and the CMU Blazers battling it out. So far it's been a goalless draw. First half has been action-packed with both teams having scoring opportunities, but neither team being able to convert on them. Both teams have went back and forth defensively as well with some solid and disciplined defending. Both teams are sitting at the top of the table here with first seed Brandon University Bobcats and the second seed Blazers after the conclusion of the regular season. And so if everything was to go according to the statistics, these two teams should be here right now. And they are. And it's been a great game so far. We'll have the Bobcats start things off in the Blazer end here. Blazers will get a throw in their own end, so they'll look to clear this out. We had the women's game earlier today with the Bobcats coming out victorious there over the Providence Pilots. So the women's team will be representing Manitoba at the Canadian Nationals over in Red Deer, Alberta. The winner of today's game not only gets to lift the MCAC championship trophy, but they'll represent Manitoba in St. Lambert, Quebec for the Canadian National playoffs. Both teams here coming in with very impressive seasons with 10 wins and 9 wins between them. We have Karim doing a good job stopping Andrade from getting the ball down the field. This will be a throw-in for the Bobcats now. Big throw over the top of the CMU defenders has them clear the ball out, but now has the middle of the field wide open for Francis. Francis tries to play the ball out wide to Camus, the lone striker, and he has to put it out. The only thing differentiating these two teams in the regular season is one draw. Bobcats were able to come out to a 10-2 record, and the CMU Blazers coming out with a 9-1-1 record. So that one draw is the only thing separating these two teams in the regular season. They did meet 3 times, with the Bobcats coming out ahead 2 out of those 3 head-to-head battles. Ball put into the 18-yard box here, and then Bobcats looking to clear it now. Blazers looking to stop this counter-attack as Raffini now putting it up to Bodenrin. Bodenrin able to turn, maybe lay it off for Camillo, putting it behind him. He's going to have a bit of time to regroup. Played out to Garcia. Garcia, poor first touch. He's going to lose it out to the Blazers. Karim now. Cleared away by Chabadi. Muhirbazi. Unable to find the other side of the field, and the ball comes all the way down and rolls into the hands of Peterson for the Blazers. Plays it short out to Rokundo. Blazers now, a bit of possession in the middle of the field, which is what they are looking for. They're looking for that one touch, one pass, and then long ball. So here's that one pass, and now the long ball, the outlet pass comes in and falls down to the Blazers, and a shot attempt opens up the half 4 minutes in. A couple substitutions for each side here as the half begins. We have Andrade coming in for Weiss. No, excuse me. Andrade's on the near side this half. And so we'll have him on for the Bobcats, and a few substitutions for the Blazers as well. Brings their team closer together. Muhirbazi on the near far side can't quite get his foot on that, but Rokundo is able to recover defensively for him. Souza brings it all the way back to the 18-yard box for the Bobcats. Here's Trabati now bringing it up the field. Again, the winner of today's game will lift that coveted MCAC trophy, but also send their team into the Nationals over in Quebec in the early part of November. Free kick for the Blazers has them send it out wide to Murabazi. He's going to look to send it into the 18-yard box, but not a great attempt there by him. Corner kick now for the Blazers. Francis will be using his left foot for this one, so this will curl in towards the goal. High curling kick, just a bit too far for everybody, and that will be rolling out the side, so this will be a throw-in. Blazers will look to posture up and keep the Bobcats in this area. Andrade doing a good job getting the ball out, but now the Blazers are coming back. Here's Pavo. Garcia in the air. Clears it for the Bobcats. Camillo is able to get out with it. Now Bodenren is going to have a foot race there. Loses that, but gets his team a throw in. Fessick doing a good job defensively against him. Throw in now for the Bobcats. Might look to throw this into the 18-yard area. This will be a goal kick here. Peterson now standing over this. This will be a CMU Blazer throw in inside Bobcat half. Throw in goes over to the Bobcats after an improper attempt by Karim. Andrade with a big throw. Doesn't find any of the Bobcats though. Blazers are able to clear that pretty easily. Back and forth goes the ball, and nobody able to settle it down just yet. Ball does find the feet of Camillo, and he's going to look to stay on his left foot, maybe get a shot attempt at a tough angle. Keeps it in! Bodenren just had his feet tripped up under him. Couldn't get a touch on that. Defended well by the Blazers though, as there's screams for a Bobcat throw in, but the Blazers end up getting the call. Foul on Andrade there. Pushing the back of Camus. Rim into Oshode. Over to Pavo. Down the line to Francis. Blazers getting a bit of possession. Murabazi touches that out though. All their hard work is undone. Weiss pushes it up, and Bobcats just seem like they want to put it up the field and see what happens with the two committed offensive players they have up there with Camillo and Bodenren. Blazers are committing 3 to 4 players back out of position, so if they don't have the ball, then they're having their players drop back extra far. Out of possession, Bobcats are dropping one of their strikers in for a defense. Offside there on the Blazers as the play whistled down. The ball stops, so this will be a free kick. An area where the Bobcats are just looking to get this out of harm's way. Rabazi doing a good job there against Rafini. We are far ways away, but if the game does end in a draw, there'll be extra time. 15-minute halves for a total of 120 minutes of game time. Still a draw, then they'll go to penalty kicks. Best out of 5 for the first set, and then sudden death after that. Again, a lot on the line here. Not only the trophy for the top team in Manitoba for the Collegiate Association, but also a trip to nationals in Quebec if your team is able to win here today. Bobcats secured their win on the women's side and are going to head over to Red Deer, Alberta, to play against other Canadian collegiate teams. And we'll see how this game shapes up here today. Again, a scoreless draw. Both teams going back and forth, battling it out. Anything can happen here in the final game of the season, final game of this Manitoba Collegiate program for the 2025-26 year. Rabazi doing a good job shielding the ball there. That'll be a foul against the Blazers here, so a Bobcat free kick. Andrade now. Curling ball, fighting the wind the entire time. Has the ball dropped to Camille. He's going to turn to his left foot and try to get a shot, but had that deflected. Ball goes up. Bodenrin just unable to get ahead on that. And the ball goes out the end for a goal kick. Goal kick for the Blazers as them push up the field. So far this game they've enjoyed the ability to try and win this in the air with the goal kick, deciding not to play it short and build up from the back. Zach Lamb doing a good job of heading that back in, stopping any forward momentum of the ball. Again, both teams just not in favor of that possession-based game that they've found so much success with over the year. They're more content with just having a pass or two and then booting it up for their strikers, which is a very unpredictable style, very inconsistent style of play, but that's where we are in this championship game. Both teams can't crack each other's defense, their defensive line. But we have a corner kick for the Blazers now, on the far side. Blazers are committing almost their entire team up in the 18-yard box right now, with Francis low corner kick, and that goes into the back of the net off of a deflection. Looks like Oshode is the goal scorer there, and he opens up the scoring in this MCAC championship game. So the opening goal comes in the 59th minute and has the Bobcats stunned here at home at the HLC. Plenty of time left on the clock though, 30 minutes of game time, plus any added time as we watch the CMU celebration. Here comes the free kick, and just a slight deflection there puts it into the back of the net. Has many of the Bobcats stunned as it was just an unexpected deflection. And again, with those low corner kicks, that's all that really needs to happen, is any sort of deflection puts it out of the reach of defenders and goalkeeper. The Bobcats are going to look to put on the pressure, step up the urgency a bit. While the CMU Blazers will look to do the exact opposite. They'll have to slow the game down a bit, although a 1-goal lead isn't anything to really worry about for the Bobcats. It is something the Blazers will look to extend that lead to 2 or 3 goals. There's a turnover there inside the 18-yard box. Pavo unable to capitalize on that, but now there's an attempt there. And a yellow card shown for the CMU midfielder, Holfeld. Blazers happy to commit plenty back defensively now to try and stop the committed Bobcats on trying to get that equalizer. Wind has seemed to pick up just a little bit here at the HLC as we approach that 65-minute mark. Ball played up to Camillo. Over to Garcia. Garcia's on the run here. Camus coming all the way back to defend him. And the energy definitely in favor of the Blazers here. Camus, the striker, coming all the way back on the defensive end to defend his 18-yard box. Has to motivate your team and keep the energy high. Peterson now with the goal kick, or excuse me, the foul kick. Victor Lamb now is under a bit of pressure here by Francis. Souza calm, cool, collected there, putting that over top of the Blazers. Andrade under pressure the entire time there, forced to kick it out. Bobcats now on the back foot here as the Blazers look to extend their lead. Andrade. Up there by Souza. Feeney now sprung on the far side. This would be a foul against Raffini there as he clipped Holfeld on the follow through. So free kick now for the Blazers. Their momentum continues. The Bobcats have to look to get a bit of momentum of their own. Here comes the free kick by Oshode. Good free kick there. Karim unable to get a touch on it, and that'll be a goal kick. Substitution here. Garcia coming off. Looks to be laboring that left foot, left leg. So it'll be Declan Hode coming on to replace him. Important for the Bobcats here to just trust the process. There's a reason they got to 10 wins, 2 losses on the season. They've trusted their process and the build-up and the formation and tactics that their coaches implemented, so more of the same here will be very important. And although 1-0 deficit is a deficit, it is not something that's insurmountable. They have plenty of time on the clock, while the Blazers will look again to extend the lead. Having that 2-goal cushion is more than enough to park the bus, as they say. Hode now with the big throw-in. Finds the foot of Francis though, and now Andrade has to battle. Here's a Shode. Keeps the ball. No, ball does scoot over the line here. Hode down the line. Andrade is going to try and wind becoming more gusty now. Still going across the field, so big throw. Over to Raffini. Raffini gets around the first person, but Karim is there to stop that. Here's Andrade though. That'll be a Bobcat throw. Cross attempt there, no. It'll be a goal kick. Peterson now, goalkeeper of the Blazers, looking to kick this up the field, maybe play it short. No, indicates he might be playing it long. Didn't quite get the distance he wanted there. There's a kick to the side there, and Francis, who is on a yellow card, commits the foul there, and that might be a dangerous play for him that could result in a red or second yellow. Camillo now looking to play this in, probably a low curling kick, does so, just one deflection, goes up, cleared off the line, and it goes in! Raffini with the equalizer. After a ball goes up and down and all around. Cleared off the line, but back into the back of the net. Raffini, the goal scorer. The Bobcats have equaled things up here. 69th minute, plenty of action left. 1-1 game. What more could you ask for? Here comes that low spinning free kick, and goalie makes a great save. Peterson, good job doing that. Haywood tries to put it in. I believe there it was just on the line, but headed back in and again and again. Bobcats unrelenting on the play and end up putting the ball in the back of the net to tie things up here. But here come the Blazers now with a good cross in, and Hode's going to have to deal with that. Cleared away, but not out of trouble, is there's a handball. Saves the Bobcats from another dangerous opportunity inside their own 18-yard box. thing the Bobcats will have to do is just settle down and focus back up, because once you get that equalizing goal, you can definitely have a lot of adrenaline going through your veins, and things aren't quite working the same way, maybe a bit too well with all that excitement. So they got to settle back into the game, because the Blazers are on the attack. Souza now grabbing this ball for a goal kick. Raffini is down at half here. He's just clenching his leg, and the referee comes over to assess the situation. So he's going to be taken off there momentarily, or for a bit longer here, as we'll see his replacement. Looks like we're going to have a substitution come on for Raffini here momentarily, the goal scorer for the Bobcats. Matt Wolf is going to be coming on and taking his spot on that far side. Shabaddy now for the Bobcats. Ode intercepted there, but still a Bobcat throw. Be a Bobcat throw after a high ball. Down the line to Camillo. My fanciest shot, plays it out to Matt Wolf. Weiss now streaking from that defensive position, can't quite get his left foot wrapped around the ball. Again, both teams playing for the MCAC Men's Soccer Championship right now. Winner lifts that trophy and secures their spot at Nationals, which will be held in St. Lambert, Quebec in early November. Intercepted by Matt Wolf. Bodenrid now trying to cause a bit of havoc up top. Blazers come down with it. And they play it up to their lone striker, Camus. Shabaddy doing a great job of dispatching that. Karim now looking to throw this in. Another Blazers throw here. Bobcat throw in. Hold down the line. Met there by Oshode. Met there by Holfeld. Another Bobcat throw in. Ball finds the middle of the field off of the head of Matt Wolf, who's looking to play Camillo, just intercepted there by Lucundo. Back and forth there. Oh, intercepted by Mohabazi. Ball bounces over to the far side, and Francis is able to come out with it, puts it down the line for Camus. Just a bit too far out of his reach, so Victor Lamb has to play it. Puts it out for a Blazers throw in. Again, both teams not committing too much offensively here. Happy to sit with 4 at the back. Out of possession, they're looking to sit maybe more. When they have the ball, they're looking to definitely sit at least 3 defenders back there to stop any attempts. Here's Karim now. Good couple moves, gets around everybody, and a good save by Souza. Had to be quick on the near post there. Be a corner kick here by Pavo. He's going to use that right foot and have that curl into the net. So dangerous side for the Bobcats to defend. Blazers scored their opening goal against the Bobcats on a corner kick. Play is whistled down here with an injury to Declan Hode, who seems to be clenching his ankle. To be able to get up under his own power, and now Karim for the Blazers will look to throw this in. Ball played back to Karim. Good defending there by Haywood. Attempt by Shode, and I think that just screened and surprised Souza, who maybe didn't see that the whole way. Could have taken the deflection as well.
I like the fact that guy. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, I guess so.
Bobcats might look to just keep this ball for a little bit and calm things down rather than boot it into trouble. Souza now has a bit of time to work with and plays this all the way down into the CMU half, and Boderman's able to run on this. He's sprung himself, but good defensive work there. Peterson's forced to put this out the side as Boderman was barreling down on him. Camillo trying to work his magic. Pushed off the ball there, and Pavo was able to clear it. Camus now comes out with it. He's off to the races. 3 Bobcats able to battle it out there. Good save by Susan. Camus is on the ground after a hard-fought sprint down the field with nothing to show for it. Karim now just trying to maintain possession until his team catches up. Shode looking to switch the field. Ball goes out of play. Here's Moorhabazi now. Big throw there, has the ball skip over everybody and into Souza's hands. He might look to just play this down as fast as he can. Have Camillo play it. A lot of backspin on that, has Camillo play with his head. Bobcats maintain a bit of possession here. Karim now with the throw. Cleared out by Hode. Camus now. Has the ball go off of him for a Bobcat throw. Big throw by Declan Hode. Finds the line, stays in play. Camillo, though, unable to maneuver around the CMU defenders. Karim now plays it back. Might go all the way back to Peterson, who's going to stretch out the Bobcats now and force them up the field. And then put it over top of their heads. Tribati able to meet that with his foot and puts it out of play inside the CMU half. Haywood with a good header over to Wolf, but he gives it away now. Lamb has to clear that, but passes it over to Chabadi. Ho now decides to switch the field to some open space for the Bobcats. Defended well there by Morabazi, who can't quite get the ensuing ball in play, and looks like there was a collision after the kick there. Morabazi stays down. Hoping he can get up under his own power here. Remaining in regular time plus any added time. And if the game ends in regulation with a draw, there'll be extra added time. 15-minute halves for a total of 30 extra minutes plus any added time on that as well, and that could again end in a draw, which would put the game over to penalties. And that could end the best of 5 for the first 10 shooters, or a sudden death if it goes beyond that. Both teams now just figuring out how to approach the next 10 or so minutes. But the Blazers now on the run. Zach Lamb and Weiss tag teaming up for a good defensive effort against Morabazi. Francis now with the throw in. Throw in by Morabazi here. Into Francis. Put out, so that'll be a Bobcat throw. Both teams just looking to settle into their tried and true methods here, with CMU having most of the possession in the game. Bobcats able to quell any of the attempts for the most part by the Blazers. Francis now. Good job by Victor Lamb, able to fake an outside attempt and let the ball dribble out of the end for a goal kick. Souza now with it, able to play freely with this ball at his feet, looking to find somebody on the far side, doesn't find anybody, and CMU is dominating the ball in the air right now. Out of possession, they're getting to every loose ball, but now we have the ball on the ground, and this is where Bobcats are looking to capitalize. Camillo not happy with his personal performance there, but Andrade has a throw in back to Camillo. Let's see what he can do. Might look for a cross, might look for a foul there against Camillo as he shoved Rokundo down to the ground on that 50-50 ball. Kind of an awkward spot for a free kick, but Peterson will be taking this, indicating his team to crowd over to the near side as he's going to put it over to this area. The wind is going across the field here from north to south. Big throw over to Camillo. Camillo's going to have to control this and work some of his own magic. Loses out though, and now the Blazers are going to look to spark a counterattack. Blocked there by Zach Lamb, but put up by the Blazers. Camus now. Yellow card shown to Victor Lamb, as that was a shoulder to shoulder in the air with no touch on the ball. might fancy a shot here or a set play, maybe a cross into the 18-yard box. No doubt teams have been practicing all facets of the game, including a set play here, so they'll have the formation they have and then a specific route or area that the players run into. If they so choose to do that. Could be a shot here. So we have Pavo, the corner kick taker, on this side, standing over the ball, which might indicate a cross attempt. Scooped up by Souza. Ball put all the way down. And a good job there by the defender there to head that out of play. Had that ball dropped, Camilo might have been on the break. Ball over to Camilo again, looking to turn, maybe even get a shot off. Peterson and Camilo running after it here. Camilo unable to get to it, so Peterson able to just let that ball go out, so he'll take his goal kick. A little timeout here for an injured player down on the 18-yard area. Can't quite see the number, but a bit of a break here in the game for him. Yeah, it does look like Bork, number 15, is able to stand up. Laboring that ankle though, as physio comes out, then he has to leave the field until the referee allows him back on. Play looks like it'll resume here momentarily, and Peterson will have a goal kick. As we have under 3 minutes left, just over 2.5. Under 2.5 minutes now, remaining in regulation time plus any added time. So substitution for Bork as he exits the field for the remainder of the game. We have Mugadza coming on for him. Back and forth in the middle of the field, has the ball put over to the far side by Chabadi, and Bodenren comes down for it for the Bobcats. Weiss now into the middle of the field, finds Zach Lamb. Over to Wolf. Wolf might fancy a shot here off his left foot, why not? Goes over top for a goal kick. This late in the game with players this tired, it might be a wise choice to keep the ball in possession, as each possession can inch closer and closer to a winning goal. Ball takes a deflection and finds the middle of the field. Chabadi now decides to play it out wide. Andrade's going to have to run onto this. Keeps it in. Makes his way down the side. He's going to have to cross this over. Does! Cleared out by Mohabazi. It stays in play though, I believe. And a foul against the Bobcats has everybody a little confused there, as two of the CMU players were on top of the ball. And so we'll have a free kick almost near the end line there by Peterson. Was waving his team up. Finds the head of Andrade, stops the momentum of the ball. Pavo though decides to play it back in. Haywood now is going to have a couple Blazers to beat. Andrade does a good job of nullifying the Blazers' outlet pass. Mugadza can't quite get up to that, and Andrade is able to notch that out. Karim now with another throw over the top. Andrade Andrade able to find that again. Blazers looking for a bit of possession here. They have the numbers in the midfield. Shode looking to play it out wide, but that's intercepted by Weiss, who's going to have to rush back. Bazi now looking to play this with the throw-in. We're into added time here with, I would imagine, several minutes being added on just due to injuries and stoppages in play. Again, regulation time ends in a draw. We'll go to added time, extra time, 15-minute halves to form another 30-minute game, and then penalties beyond that. Big throw there by Moorhabazi. That'll be a foul against the Blazers. Referee indicating that the head injury is taken with the utmost priority, so we want to go check on Zach Lamb, who looked like he took an elbow to the back of the head. Victor Lamb now with the ball at his feet. And put the ball up, and it is going to bounce a couple times and fall down. Both heads, I believe, collided there, so we'll see if we need any physio coming out. Pavo and Zach Lamb bumped heads. There again, any head injury is going to be taken with all of the necessary precaution. Physio just checking to see if he's exhibiting any concussion signs. Again, both teams battling it out, putting their bodies on the line here to see who's going to lift the MCAC 2025-26 championship trophy and represent Manitoba at the Canadian National Playoffs over in St. Lambert, Quebec. I believe St. Lambert themselves has secured a spot as the host, but each team will have their provincial playoffs to determine their representative that they'll send over. Zach Lamb is able to walk under his own power, so we'll have play resume here. He'll have to go off to the side until the referee allows him back on, unless the Bobcats decide to take a sub and have him replaced. Looks like he will be replaced by Ruffini here. So the ball will be given back to the Blazers here after the stoppage of play, and here we go. Final minutes of extra added time. Camillo with the foul there on Pavo. Chopping at his feet there, and we'll have Shode now taking this. No, it'll be Karim. Central has a bit of space. Pavo bumps it outside to Moorhabazi. Francis now looking to play down the line. Intercepted well by Matt Wolf. That'll be a throw-in for the Blazers. Referee will be looking at his watch soon to see how much extra time will be finishing, and any added time will be the allotted time, so don't believe you can add added time onto added time. Big throw in here by Moorhabazi, headed away by Camillo, who will need to get this back in to keep the play alive. Ruffini now looking to just kick this up and see if anything magic can happen in the final minute or two. Camillo has a bit of time here. He's going to try and play it up, but that's blocked. Chabaddy now playing it up. Back and forth. No team wants to commit too many resources here. Rokundo has to play this. This ball will stay. CMU throw. Shode gives it over to Akeem. Karim now throwing it in. Bit of time for the Blazers to work here in the Bobcat end. Declan Holt has to be decisive here as the Blazers are looking to pressure this for a turnover. Matt Wolf trips up Moorhabazi. He goes down for a foul. No card given, but probably a bruise to show for that. Again, the final minutes here, maybe even the final play of the game. CMU Blazers having a free kick inside the half of the Bobcats. Ball is up in the air inside the box. Chabaddy able to head that away. Corner kick. The lone goal for the CMU Blazers this game has come from a corner kick after the deflection from a low curling corner kick with good pace. We'll see if that can be replicated here or if the Bobcats are able to clear and push this into extra time. Hakeem trying to draw somebody out. Gets it. Souza, good hands in the air, and that is the final whistle for regulation time, but we're not done here. Play will resume after a short break. We'll head into extra time. 2 15-minute halves coming up after this short break.
Two 15-minute halves played. 30 more minutes of soccer action coming up. 2 15-minute halves. Well, we decided championship winner here of the men's MCAC championship.
after that short break. We are about to resume our championship game. Regular time was not enough. We're into extra time now. 2 15-minute halves between these two teams battling it out at a 1-1 draw. We'll have CMU start our kickoff here for extra time momentarily. A championship trophy on the line, but also representation at the Nationals on the line as well in November. Here we go. CMU starting things off with a deep ball over the top. Victor Lamb adjusts for that. Extra time here will determine the winner. If it doesn't, we're going to head over into penalties. No more added time after these 2 15-minute halves. Ball finds the feet of Matt Wolf, who's going to be on the near side here, cleared away by Rocundo. Ruffini able to head it over to Camillo, who springs. Andrade, who's taken down in the box. Offside, though, is the call on the field. As we resume play here momentarily. Well, you couldn't ask for a better grand finals championship game. An early goal in the second half by CMU off of a corner kick gave them the lead, and then the Bobcats were able to come back off a corner kick of their own. Or excuse me, a free kick. That's where we're at. 1-1 is the game tying scoreline as the Blazers look to blaze a line down the far side. Cleared away by Hode. Met in the air by Andrade. Miscue there by Shode, who's been a brick wall at the back for the Blazers. Met in the air by the Bobcats. Here's Camus fancying a high cross. Doesn't quite find the mark with Francis there, and that'll be a Bobcat throw-in. Ball finds Ruffini with a bit of space. He's going to make one move around and have the ball bounce his way. Mohibazi, though, has the ball bounce out of play. He'll win his team a throw-in. Ball over the top, finds the head of Victor Lamb. Haywood clears that. Mashode puts it back in for the Blazers. Throw in here for the Bobcats. Haywood puts over the top for Bodenrin to run onto, and ball stays in. Ruffini able to collect it. Now Matt Wolf has his left foot to put it down the line, just a bit too far for Bodenrin to run onto. We'll have Peterson, the goalkeeper for the Blazers, who's been a brick wall outside of the one goal against. Had to have been on top of his game. Here comes a Shode heading it back to Mohibazi, but a miscue there gives the ball over to Bodenrin, and he has to jump over top of the legs of Shode. Kept in, but passed to the wrong team. Ball up in the air for Camillo, who's going to look to turn, maybe get a shot away. Curling ball! Just over top of the net with the sprawling Peterson trying to touch that. Well, Bobcats open the first extra time half with the first shot. We'll see who can settle in the most, whose bodies are going to hold up after a full season of games and a brutal semifinal and final. In near perfect conditions, though, both days. Semifinal day yesterday and final day today both have beautiful weather. Bit of wind here today, but other than that, It's been a fantastic couple of days of weather. Jabati now looking to take this quickly, catch some of the CMU players running back. Doesn't quite have the distance it needs. And now the Blazers kick it up. Headed away by Weiss. Ruffini's going to run onto it with Francis right there. Here's Moorhabazi now. Over the top, finds Chemis and his chest. Andrade and Camillo work together here to get this ball in the possession of the Bobcats. Play continues, and now Camillo has himself fouled. Taking the body of Camillo out, despite the ball traveling past him. So this would be a free kick in a dangerous area for the Bobcats. Another shot attempt on goal, no doubt. I would imagine this will be a shot. We'll have either Camillo or Andrade standing over top of this one, so we'll see which player decides to take it. One has a right foot, one has a left foot that they prefer using. The goal here won't end the game, but it will secure a lead for the team until both extra halves are done. Oh, just wide outside of the post. Peterson was stunned there. I don't think he had moved. Had that been a foot to the left, that would have been in. Now the Blazers are back on the counterattack. Chemis. Victor Lamb, good job defending that. Bobcats are going to have to defend an attempt here by the Blazers now. That'll be a handball by Andrade. Karim on top of this, looking like he might take it. Rim takes it nice and low, looking for a single deflection. Headed away there by Bodenren. Volley attempt that goes in, but hits the ground first, doesn't have any momentum. Camillo now looking to play this up. Taken down by Ashode, who springs. Chemis dealt with easily there by Declan Hode. Kept in by Francis, so he's going to look for a cross, low cross. Finds a deflection. Across the 18-yard box, and here's Medusa. Head in off the crossbar. Good touch over the top by Souza. An attempt there by the Blazers. Two attempts back to back. One off the crossbar, one tipped over top of the net. And we'll have a replay here. Beautiful header by Moorhabazi. Doesn't quite go, and then Pavo unable to put that under. That might have been going over top anyway, but Souza touching that over the top anyway to make sure nothing sneaks in. Referee and players surrounding the goal there, just seeing the result of this play. This would be a corner kick, regardless of conversations to be had with the referee, and now the Blazers looking to set up their corner kick play. Spiraling corner kick goes high and over top, and now we have the resumption of play with a goal kick. So both attempts, one in the end of the Bobcats, one in the end of the Blazers, results in no goals yet. Again, a goal won't end the game, but it will secure a lead for the remainder of the extra time unless it's matched and tied up again. Bodenred now. Able to win his team a throw in on the far side. The extra time here just adds to the build-up and the culmination of the regular season and all the hard work these people have put in to the game to have their team headed to the championship or grand finals. There's a free kick, handball, taken by Karim. Switches the field to Morabazi. Down the line to Francis. Back to Morabazi. CMU throw in now. Morabazi taking this, throw in again. Francis for the Blazers. Good cross. Finds ahead of Hode. Able to clear that out. Put back in though, and Lamb able to clear that. Camus now looking to get a shot attempt here. Does so, but deflected. Cleared out. Now Peterson's outside of his 18-yard box. Will have to kick this away. This could be, offside flag goes up anyway. That wouldn't have counted. Peterson is able to have this as a goal kick possession. Boots it all the way down the field. Perfect spot right in the middle. Victor Lamb heads this just inside the CMU half. Cleared away. Blazers looking to clear something there, and a miscue gives the Bobcats a throw in inside CMU territory. Three minutes remaining in the first half of extra time. Again, there will be two halves. Wolf with an attempted cross, doesn't quite get where it wants to be, and Haywood has it now. Looking to play all the way back, draw some of the Blazers out. Nothing comes of that. This will be a goal kick. A lot of wayward passes right now. Balls aren't going to their spots, aren't finding the targets they're intended for. The Bobcats able to string a few together here to maintain possession. Haywood now looking to switch the field to Andrade. Andrade heads it in to Bodenred, who might fancy a shot, but that's cleared away by Shode, who gives his team a couple touches of possession here. Pavo looks to play in the middle, back and forth, but again, doesn't quite get to where it needs to be. Pavo gains the ball back for the Blazers. Francis. Morabazi. Holfeld. Morabazi. Throw in for the Blazers. Just under a minute and a half remaining in extra time, barring any added extra time. It's a fun sentence. CMU throw in here. Foul against the Bobcats. Looks like Shode is standing over this ball for the Blazers. He's going to be the one putting it in. Good curling ball. Headed away by Andrade. Bodenrin is actually going to be able to run onto this for the Bobcats. Andrade is able to run on it himself. Under a minute of time here, barring any added time, and no added time given. This will be the end of the first extra time half. Teams will immediately switch, and play will resume here momentarily. Again, championship game, an opportunity to lift that MCAC trophy, as well as send their team to nationals over in St. Lambert, Quebec.
It's still a 1-1 tie. Coming up 15 more minutes.
I'm okay, yeah.
Second half of OT next.
Yep. All right, we're back in action here with the second half of added time, of extra time. Bobcats now looking to defend the attack here of the Blazers. There's a cross in, high, targeting Francis there. He's gonna have to back up. Hofeld with an attempt, and that bounced at the last second and sailed over top of the net. Both teams culminating their season into this one final stretch of time. 15 minutes of added time, of extra time, will go on no matter what. If the first team scores, play continues until that 15 minutes is finished. Both teams will be looking for something miraculous to happen here. If nothing does, and we are at a standstill, a draw after the total of 30 minutes of added time, extra time, will go to a penalty shootout with 5 players from each team starting the playoff shootout until the best of 5 is determined. If it's tied after 10 shooters, 5 of each team, then we'll move into sudden death. First team to miss loses, with the other one scoring, of course. Just waiting for a ball to come back into play here. Throwing for the Blazers has Karim take it quickly. Andrade able to stifle him. Pavo now looking to probably cross this in as fast as he can to just create some sort of momentum for his team. Haywood able to control that. Put back into play. Camus now is on the break. Nothing comes of that, and the ball goes in the back of the net. CMU score in added time, extra time. Unbelievable finish to the play there. Game is not over though. We have added time added there, and that hit the back of the post there, the corner post, so that went past the goal line there and snuck into the corner and hit that support pole and came back out. So top corner finish for the Blazers has the Bobcats scrambling for the next 8 minutes. 5 to 8 minutes. Goal disallowed. We have some drama here at the HLC with an offside call instead. No goal. Has the ball put back and the score nullified. This is still a 1-1 game. 7 minutes left on the clock. Sorry, make that 6.5 minutes left. Has the goal by the CMU Blazers nullified and canceled out. Foul on the Bobcats, give the Blazers a free kick. Holfeld. Both teams resorting just to kicking it into the opposition area and hoping something can happen, whether it's a foul or an opportunity on net. Both teams kind of scrapping their way into these remaining minutes. As we have just over 5 minutes remaining before a shootout would be necessary, barring any goals. Any team leading after extra time will be crowned the winner of the MCAC soccer season. And here comes another attempt. Souza able to jump on that. So we'll have the Bobcats escaping another attempt by the Blazers. Here comes an attempt here by Camillo to keep this ball in. Andrade can't quite keep it at his feet. This will be a Blazer throw-in. Exciting action here at the HLC to crown the MCAC champion and send one of these two teams to nationals over in Quebec. Ball cleared, bouncing. Chabadi able to head it down. Pavo able to clear it for the Blazers. Lamb putting this high into the air. Camillo unable to keep that in, but forces the Blazers to throw it in deep in their own area. Any players on the pitch, on the field at the time of the final whistle will be able to take a penalty kick. Any of the bench players right now will not, so you might see some substitutions happening in the final few minutes here. As if you have a player that's specifically good at taking penalty kicks, or even goalkeepers that are good at defending them, you'll see a substitution for them to come on to hopefully make a difference. Matt Wolf with a good block there is the substitution. Mugadza takes that off his right foot. Here comes Karim, one of the consistent players for CMU. Advantage given here. Francis now, another big playmaker for the CMU Blazers. Declan Hode able to clear that. We enter the final 3 minutes of play. Ball finds Camillo. He's got to get this out. Advantage given. Garcia playing down the wing to Bodenren. He's got one player to beat. Can't do anything with that, as that looked like just a miscue from Bodenren, trying to touch in front of him or maybe take a shot there, but a miscue nonetheless. CMU able to play this in the middle now. Pavo. Foul against Andrade there, brings the ball back to about half. So this will be a free kick for the Blazers here. Shode Karim taking that. Mugadza unable to do anything to get around Andrade. Final 2 minutes of game time here. Bobcats are quick on the counterattack, but the Blazers are unrelenting when they have possession. And here they go. Cross into the box. Here's Karim with an attempt. More of a pass there to the front. Francis. Penalty given. Francis kept touching the ball past the defenders, and they had to commit at some point. They did, and it was a foul. So we'll set up for a penalty kick. And the championship game will come down to a penalty kick. Pavo seems to be the person with the ball here. Souza, the goalkeeper. Championship game on the line. The clock will keep running. Pavo, one chance. Souza, a big net to defend. On the ref's whistle. Can't stop it. CMU take the lead. And the Bobcats have to reset. Limited time remains, if any at all. And the culmination of the season has come down to a penalty kick. The CMU Blazers have capitalized. Good penalty kick by Pavo. Souza guesses the right way, but just couldn't get up in the air. Good height on the penalty kick, but Souza just slides under it, hoping he was going for placement in the bottom corner. Bobcats looking now to just get that final goal to tie things up. Otherwise, CMU and the Blazers will be crowned the MCAC 2025-26 champions and head to nationals to represent Manitoba. Ball is sent in, cleared away. Defended, Francis now. Over to Mugadza. Mugadza with the shot. Doesn't quite get it there, and the ball stays in play. Francis will no doubt try and waste as much time as he can. Puts it in. Headed, good save. Offside though on the play. Souza will have to put this up as far as he can to give the Bobcats any sort of chance. Here come the Bobcats, cleared away. Put back in. Can they do it? Or will the CMU Blazers hold off the attack of the Bobcats? Here's Haywood now looking for a cross. Cleared away. Weiss is able to keep it on the far side. He's going to have to try and do something to get this ball in, but it's a turnover. Camus now, all by himself. Fancies a shot, less than ideal. Souza might have time to boot this all the way down. Play continues. Bit of added time. The ref looks at his whistle. Ball put in. Here's an attempt. Could be the final play of the game now. Bobcats doing a good job of drawing a foul. Everybody has to be inside the 18-yard box right now. This has to be on net. This has to be inside the box. It is deflected, defended. Out of bounds for a throw-in. Referee has the whistle in his mouth for an injured player. Stoppage due to an injured player holding his head, so That'll be the priority for the referee, no doubt. Again, both teams having the season come down to these final seconds of extra time in the championship game. Overtime. This throw-in could be the last play of the game. Both teams have fought hard, put their bodies on the line for everything to come down to this. CMU capitalizing on the penalty kick after Francis was taken down inside the box. Bobcats coming in as the number 1 seed, Blazers coming in as the number 2 seed. 1 point separated them in the standings this season. Looks like we had a show day injured there, so he'll have to step off until the ref allows him back on. Here comes the throw, the final play perhaps of the game. Deflected up. Put back in. Cleared out by CMU. And now the Blazers are looking just to waste as much time as they can. Andrade does a good job putting this ball back in. Limited time remains. Haywood puts it over to Camillo, met by Karim. Put out. Play continues with the Bobcat throw. Oh, and one touch wide results in a corner kick. Bodenrin was right there. Tried a back heel, that's all he had, and it deflects wide, but here's a corner kick that might end the game. Souza, the goalkeeper, is in. Camillo, cleared away. Put back in. Cleared away. Throw in for the Blazers. Pavo. Right over to Francis now. Over top. Substitution here for the injured Oshode. Blazers have put everybody back. Bobcats are going to put everybody forward. Lamb puts it up. They need something. Ball falls to Camillo, puts it wide. This will be a corner kick. We have Chabati down, Nathan Chabati getting up despite being kicked, looks like in the stomach there. Souza again is back inside the 18-yard box. Here we go. Haywood defended. It's got to be put back in quickly. Up in the air. Free kick here for the Bobcats. Looking to put this back into a possible equalizer in the final seconds. Has to be the final seconds here. Camilo Rodriguez showing a second yellow card, and that'll be a red card, sending him off. So the Bobcats will be looking to equalize, looking to save their season, down one person, down to 10 men. Here's Peterson with the free kick. Here we go. A trip to nationals on the line. There it is. The full-time whistle has the CMU Blazers come out victorious in extra time due to a penalty kick by Pavo. Bobcats can't believe it. Neither can we. A fantastic game here at the HLC. CMU, the 2025-26 MCAC men's soccer champions. They'll represent Manitoba at nationals over in Quebec. I'm Dan Harrison. Thanks for tuning in to an exciting game and a great end to the season.
All right. The player of the game for the BU Bobcats is number 21, Nathan Chibati. And the player of the game from the CMU Blazers is number 19, Taiwo Oshadi. Once again, let's make some space for our BU Bobcats. And coming up next, we got the championship presentation for the CMU Blazers. It's time now for the CMU Blazers. We're going to call the guys up one at a time to come in and receive their gold medal. First of all, number 2, Paul Ojiva. Number 3, Aiden Edwards. Number 4, Enrico Torre Cabrera. Number 5, Pavlo Fesic. Number 6, Noah Schindel. Number 8, Messenger Mumber. Number 9, Ishmael Karim. Number 10, Romaine Francis. Number 11, Tristan Holfeld. Number 12, Amos Rukondo. Number 13, Sean Paul Murabazi. Number 15, Ethan Bork. Number 16, Muhammad Kamis. Number 17, Nicholas Paveo. Number 18, Youssef Karam. Number 19, Tewo Oshadi. Number 21, Anotita Mugadza. Number 22, Samuel Felahun. Number 25, Nicholas Peterson. Number 26, Mika Arpin Ricci. Number 28, A. Ayina. And number 29, Lee Ju James. Assistant coach, Kairos Lima. Assistant coach, Seydu Mohammed. Assistant coach, Zach Bartel. Head athletic therapist, Pam Richko. And the head coach of the CMU Blazers, Cody Katembo. It's time for us to present the Final Four Championship MVP. This is presented to the player who is determined to be the most valuable player during this Final Four weekend. The men's MCAC MVP is number 19, Tewo Oshadi. All right, Blazers leadership, please come forward to collect the trophy and the championship banner. One final time, your MCAC men's champions, the CMU Blazers.
I told them to have a dance ready. Have a dance and have a dance ready.
Hey, boys, everyone.